Hello, my name is Kyle Steele, and I'm a candidate for Norman City Council, Ward 6, for the upcoming elections in February. And this is a quick summary for what happened in the City Council study session on October 21st, 2025. This is intended for those who don't want to watch the full video put out by the City of Norman. However, timestamps will be provided in the description below for the various sections of the meeting for those who do want to watch the full version of those parts. This was a very quick meeting overall, just 45 minutes, and it centered around two playground structures that needed to be replaced in some parks here in Norman. The first that was discussed is the wooden playground structure that is located on the southwest corner of Reeves Park. It's a structure that's been there for 25 years now. You know, it's outlived its expected lifespan. It's not ADA compliant anymore, and the maintenance cost of it are rising. This is the all wood, place-based kind of playground structure that's located there. You know, many people in Norman have visited this at least once, and it's very iconic for a lot of people who grew up in Norman as well. There were kind of a lot of options that were presented to the city council for what to do with this aging structure, ranging from trying to maintain it currently towards a total replacement with contractors. And the city council kind of opted for a middle of the road option where the structure is ultimately going to be replaced, but with community involvement, so that the community and the city is more invested in general. The cost for this is expected to be in the $600,000 range, and while there is no hard timeline on when this is expected to be completed, it is something that is on the list to be done sooner rather than later, because maintenance costs of it are rising. So, why would you keep pumping money to maintain an existing structure when you could just put that money towards a new structure with a new lifespan that's going to have a much cheaper maintenance overall. It was also noted that the spirit of the old structure will hopefully be maintained, once again, because it is so iconic for many people. The next park, or structure within a park rather, that was discussed is Lions Park. For those of you who are unaware, that area has been having flooding issues sometimes, and currently some of that park is even closed because of flooding. Essentially, the flooding gets underneath the turf that's being used on that playground, raises it and just makes it unsafe. And there have been a lot of residents that have complaining that park isn't, or sections of that park rather, aren't open currently. There were kind of a few options that were presented to city council on what could be done to remedy the solutions, and the council ended up again going with like a hybrid option. Essentially, there's going to be a short-term solution expected to cost around $100,000. That's going to be done as soon as possible to get this park open. That's just going to involve stabilizing the turf for this playground and making it more porous, so that if there is flooding, it's not as bad, or it doesn't kind of like unseat the current turf, and just makes it so the park is at least usable for the next couple of years. And then the long-term solution is going to be involve actually moving the structures to a different section of the park altogether that is a bit higher on the ground and isn't subject to as much flooding. The immediate fix is going to cost around $100K, and then the long-term solution that'll probably happen a few years down the line, maybe around 2030 is kind of the year they were mentioning with Norman Forward 2, where the other parts get looked at for the more long-term solution. That's going to be expected to cost around $300K. As a special note for Ward 6 residents, Sutton Place Park, there we go, off of Sandpiper Lane, is scheduled to have a playground replacement for the fiscal year 2026. So if you do live in that Sandpiper community, do be on the lookout for that. Go enjoy a new structure once it's built there. And with that, hey, that's the end of the meeting. So if you want to learn more about me or my campaign, feel free to go to KyleForNorman.com, linked below, or you can email me directly at KyleForNorman@gmail.com. Thank you.